Maple Grove remains one of the fastest growing communities in all of the Twin Cities. Here's further proof. Plans for a brand new apartment complex near Maple Grove Hospital now await City Council approval. The project by a Minnetonka developer plans to build 250 market-rate apartments that comes full of amenities. Those include a fitness center, an outdoor patio and pool, a coffee bar, and pet spa. The apartments near the hospital are part of a bigger development called the Minnesota Health Village, which is expected to contain more than 1 million square feet of office and specialty medical space and dozens of other apartment units. A donation drop-off is a challenge expressed by nonprofits throughout the Northwest Metro due to the pandemic. That has the Salvation Army chapter in Brooklyn Park looking for creative ways to help people in need. Here's Pafua Yang to explain.
Bracing through chilly temperatures and sometimes standing for hours, the Salvation Army's bell ringers have been a staple holiday tradition. But with COVID-19 raging and less foot traffic, Red Kettle donations are down.
The need is great in our communities, and even though COVID is going on right now, we're still out in the communities trying to do our Red Kettle fundraising campaign.
This year, the nonprofit is pushing for virtual donations, especially for those concerned of touching surfaces or cash.
We've also equipped our kettles with Google and Apple Pay, which is new this year. So every one of our kettles is fitted with the technology that anybody can use their phones to make a donation, or they can also use their cameras on their phones to scan a QR code to make a donation.
There's a goal to raise $350,000 in Brooklyn Park. So far, the campaign has raised about 20% of that goal. Still a long ways to go. Polanco says they're in critical need of volunteers.
And it's actually a great and safe way to really make an impact this holiday season.
And as we give thanks during the holidays, Red Kettles are reminders not to forget about those struggling this season.
The donations that you're making is really going to a good cause. It's really helping sustain families that are really going through a very difficult time right now.
In Brooklyn Park, Pafua Yang, CCX News.
This week, the Robbinsdale City Council put their final stamp of approval on the design for the new water tower. The new tower will have the word Robbinsdale with the Robbinsdale Robin next to it. The tower will be located on green space near Highway 100 and County Road 81. The new tower will make sure the city has enough water at an adequate pressure level. Construction is expected to begin in 2021, and in case you're wondering what will happen to the old tower, it will stay right where it is as a landmark. A Golden Valley nonprofit has been around for decades to help people with injuries and disabilities. Now, one of the people it has helped is turning it around and paying it forward. Here's Delane Cleveland.
The Golden Valley campus of Courage Kenny Rehabilitation Institute serves people with injuries and disabilities of all kinds. It's a place where Alex Mitchell became all too familiar with at a young age.
It was on December 29th, 2012. I was snowboarding with my best friend, and I went off a jump and just landed wrong and landed on my neck and ended up breaking my C5 vertebrae.
At age 17, Alex suffered a spinal cord injury that initially paralyzed him from the chest down. That is until rehab helped bring back a little bit of movement.
Started with like a flicker in my toe and then started to get more and more feeling. And then just from there, it kind of started to snowball into gaining more movement in my legs and throughout my body.
An intense fitness program at Courage Kenny called ABLE helped speed up Alex's recovery process and trained his body how to walk again.
He made a lot of physical gains. His endurance, his strength, his walking ability were vast.
Barry Weintraub is an exercise specialist at Courage Kenny who helped Alex when he was a client. Now, 6 years later, Barry can technically call Alex a coworker.
From my experience, he's the first. From knowing him as a high school student and kind of seeing him transform himself into an adult now, it's been pretty incredible.
Since September, Alex has worked as a therapeutic recreation intern at Courage Kenny.
Wanted to work with people who had injuries similar to me and work with people with disabilities, just because I would look back and think about how much I love Courage Kenny much they did for me.
This internship is the final step he needs to complete before he graduates from UW La Crosse with a degree in therapeutic recreation.
It's so awesome seeing him connect with clients. It's so awesome seeing him give back.
His internship runs through December 18th. Whether he has a future as a full-fledged Courage Kenny employee remains to be seen. But wherever he ends up, it will be in a position where he can help people overcome the same challenges that he faced.
Just the human will to overcome tremendous odds is just such an inspiring thing, and it really drives me to come to work with a good attitude, come to work ready to achieve something and push clients to achieving more than they think they can.
In Golden Valley, Delaney Cleveland, CCX News.